Yeah, I want to know your thoughts. How spicy are we going to get on this?
Oh, we're gonna get habanero spicy. Well, I'm not sure about flaming dragon breath. We're gonna see how it goes. Ask me after after champ select. See if it changes because it
I think
depends
that's
on
fair.
that.
Here is our first pivot in the draft. That is the Fall Guys on the blue side banning away the Rek'Sai first. They found that Kodo Draco did quite a lot of good work on that champion and decided they didn't want to see it. And Samira, again, taken away from the Fall Guys on the side of Team Unknown.
Maybe it's Draven. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's Varus again. But either way, Samir is very difficult to deal with, and apparently pretty strong according to our teams banning it pretty often.
Yeah.
Ilya, good choice. So a lot of jungle control coming from our Fall Guys here.
Mhm. And I actually really respect that. I think that what they found was even though bot lane was pressuring pretty hard, it only got out of control when the jungler was around. Right, the
Yes.
2v2 wasn't overly difficult for them when it was the Tristana Draven lane, but the interaction with the jungle
Ah,
just made it harder.
come on. What's the worst that could happen?
So this
Absolutely.
this is where it gets interesting. Do we see the
Yeah, that
ban?
was not a jungler.
That is true. That is true. That was a marksman. But now is it the Draven ban here on the side of Team Unknown, or do they think that they can handle it?
Um, I think they might decide they can handle it. I was wrong. I was literally immediately wrong. Caster Curse has never been so fast to smack me in the face. That was incredible.
I love Caster Curse, by the way. I think it's one of the funniest things because it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it or how little, it happens. It is super, super funny. Emilio locked in, taken away from the side of Team Unknown.
And it's also interesting to see that both of our teams here have very interesting similarities when it comes to the choices they want to make. They want the same champions. Both ADC roles were choosing Draven between in our Swiss rounds. Now it's banned out because Elijah is very strong on Draven, as was shown in our first game.
The Janna is new. I don't think we've seen a Janna, at least not from Team Unknown.
Yeah,
So that surprises me.
yeah. I'd like to pick Janna for like Draven because Janna's shield gives you more AD, just makes Draven hurt that much more. So I'm wondering who they want. Sorry, we're gonna stop and say Kog'Maw was also a different pick than I was expecting as well. So we're getting to that flaming breath spicy here because I'm not sure what to expect so far. Because I'm not sure quite the strategy they're picking for Janna just yet. It's starting to make some more sense, or some more AoE to burst things down. It might work out. Never mind. Caitlyn is going to be picked first instead of that Ziggs hover. That's okay.
Actually, I really like the Caitlyn for the same reason you said you like pairing it with Draven, because
Yes.
Caitlyn deals so much damage with those headshots, especially after some of the crit changes that have been made. And so adding even more onto Caitlyn's power is just going to be absurd.
Yeah. And Kog'Maw can get blasted pretty quickly from that.
I'm
He is
pretty
one of
sure
those squishy ADCs that go
I,
down pretty easily.
I watched a Vandril video about just how ridiculous the Caitlyn can be, and she was actually one-shotting some champions. And like you
Yes.
brought up, Kog'Maw is exceptionally squishy. The only thing that would save him would be a perfectly timed Melio heal shield combo. Like it's
Yeah.
the only thing that I can see working. Do you
Um,
remember the Juggermaw compositions?
I do not.
Okay, what you would do is you would pick 3 enchanters in the jungle, support, and in the middle, and you would just make sure that Kog'Maw did not die. Then you had a super tank up on the top side, something like Draven, yikes, Scion, like Scion or Shyvana was big on that. Other really, really big tanks who could just absorb
You know,
so much, and
now
you
that
let
you
your
mention
Kog'Maw
it,
win.
I would be interested to see a Draven tank just get a ton of stacks and execute somebody at high HP.
Hmm,
That'd be
that'd be
funny to
interesting.
see.
All right,
Moving on.
Volibear and Olaf and Aurelion Sol and Elise round out our bands. I respect each one of those. Oh, but Skarner makes it through.
Skarner's got through!
Okay, okay. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't like the scorpions.
It's just a different kind of spider. 8-legged
Yeah,
things with that sting somehow.
we found. I recently moved to Las Vegas and we found scorpions in the house, and that's when we found out that she does not like them.
That's fair. You know what? If I saw a scorpion in my house, I would also not be pleased. Love the Mordekaiser pick. Hecarim pick is a lot of roaming. Actually, I'm gonna see a lot of Hecarim jump in to help the Kog'Maw and Emilio just burst down Caitlyn and Janna. That's what I'm expecting. Don't worry, Skarner will be able to counter gank immediately.
And our mid lock-in is Azir for death. And here we go, everybody. We have the full compositions. Now we get back to the question at the top of the draft. Admin, talk to me about spice level.
We are flaming spicy here. We got some picks I was not expecting. I'd love to see Kog'Maw. It's gonna help burst down. You can't really burst down an Ornn. You whittle down the Ornn, but it'll whittle down very quickly because you have percent health damage and you can attack a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I usually like to see Lulu just because Lulu gives you attack speed buffs, but it
Mm-hmm.
does make it so Kog'Maw can just be blown up pretty quickly. You have to be
So
very good at your control casting in order to save Kog'Maw. So Milio for the shields and heals to keep him just in there, getting the farm. It's okay to play slow and patient right at first to get to the point where you can start just whittling people down quickly.
the Melio is also good because it grants extra range, right?
Yes.
His buff gives attack speed and extra range, which Kog'Maw already has. So it's going to be really hard to get close enough to stop the Kog'Maw from attacking. And so as
And
long as Melio peels correctly, this guy is going to dish out immense amounts of damage.
fortunately, one of the few people that can do that is Caitlyn with some range.
That is true. So the engage from Hecarim cannot be interrupted by the Janna or the Azir wall. So we need to see good timings out of Team Unknown when they either engage or try to disengage because they cannot stop the onslaught of shadows. It can't be.
Yeah.
So I'm looking there, trying to see some pre-ult interrupts on the Hecarim, but also I want to see Laugh Wizard time everything right? Because it's a two-way street. You can either cast it at the right time or be interrupted, and it goes both ways. You can interrupt or cast it afterward, and it's the same thing like where Leona versus Sivir. Which do you spell shield? Do you spell shield the Zenith Blade or do you spell shield the Shield Bash afterward?
Yeah. The Zenith Blade, that way she isn't close enough to shield bash.
Ah, but she follows. Even if you block the
Regardless.
Zenith Blade, yep, Leona follows regardless. So you dodge the root, but do you hold it until the shield bash comes in? And that's what we're going to see here is the main engage from the side of the Fall Guys is going to be Hecarim's ultimate. Do you stop him before he can cast it, or you're going to have to wait until he lands and then get him out?
I'm thinking some of that will be answered by waiting until he's already there and Skarner ults him and just stops him and moves him where he wants.
Mm, good point.
Yeah.
Interesting gank paths for both of these champions.
Yes. Skarner can go through walls. So that's going to be hard for Kog'Maw to be able to escape from as well. Milio has a little bit of like moving people, but it's not going to be a lot of a lot of tools he has to save a Skarner that just really wants to dive Kog'Maw, so you just have to try to burst him down.
So will it be ironic when the Skarner has to get the Quicksilver Sash to avoid the Mordekaiser ult, and the Mordekaiser needs to get the Quicksilver Sash to avoid the Skarner ult? Is anybody else looking forward to that?
No,
Because no, you're not. Okay.
and
And
not the players either.
did they take out the Silvermere Dawn,
I
the
don't.
tank QSS item?
I don't remember.
See, neither do I. But that doesn't matter. What I do remember is we are on the Rift. This is game number 1 of our finals for the June tournament. The Fall Guys versus Team Unknown. Let's see some love in the chat. Tell us who you think is going to win. Do TFG win or TU win? I know at least 3 people's loyalty is in there so far.
And we have a lot of Fall Guys fans in our chat. That I'm aware of a few of them, so they're gonna show up, I'm sure. But we also have a lot of Team Unknown fans as well, as we can see. Snowman and Brisabel, of course. We see you, we hear you. This is going to be a great series. A lot of just movement, people getting their spots. No early invades, which is different.
I think Team Unknown learned their lesson last time.
Yeah, except it would work this time.
That's true, because there's no Galio to mess it all up.
They're not all like all together like they were last time.
All right.
Go
Thank you,
esports,
Monster
says
Rocks
Comic
and Comic Crash. All right. Buffs have been started. Laning phase has started. Game number 1 of our best of 3 is underway. And admin, I'm very, very pleased with how June has gone, but we need to remind everybody that July is already available. And we know that Team Unknown will be there. Pretty sure that the Fall Guys will make it as well. So who else will we see when we get our July tournament up?
I'm excited to see who shows up for that. We have a lot of damage coming down in the top lane, where people are trying to get that early dominance. Bear and East Phantom.
Level 2 achieved by Team Unknown first. They chase off the Fall Guys, and now Bear has to farm underneath the turret. Still only level 1. You might have
Just
some
out of
trouble
range
killing
of
these
turret
minions.
to not get aggro for that. That's a long range Q.
And Bear is running into that tank versus under turret farming problem that we discussed earlier in the afternoon. You have to be really careful about when you swing that little hammer of his. Pull in there from the Mordekaiser. He's going to pop the shield. And, you know, he did win pretty hard level 1, but Horn is doing a good job just staying even.
It's gonna be a good fight. I think what we're looking at first
the
blood
knockup,
happening
no
in the top lane.
pullback. In goes the hammer. Both have teleport, so no one's going to ignite. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. This is the first really, truly, let's fight. Oh, he flashes in to get the knockback with the brittle.
The
Knocked
shield?
up, and he pops the shield. First blood. But in comes the Skarner. Knock up against the wall. Gonna pull him back a little bit. Mordekaiser flashes. Kodo Draco flashes in. East Phantom goes down after securing first blood, but it was close.
Yeah, let's get those items up and take a look and see what people are building here.
1v1 here. No, it's a 1v2 as Bear has teleported in. Kodo Draco is going to just sneak out of there through the wall.
That's a good amount of damage, but a little too
Smoke
little.
from the Janna. Knock up from the Janna. Shield from the Janna means that huge damage comes out of Calavir.
And now, as soon as that headshot is available, you might be able to just pop the Kog'Maw right away.
Kodo Draco is playing dangerously as he throws the rock at Laugh Wizard, but Laugh Wizard makes it out.
A lot of good plays coming from the top lane just by itself. Everybody else is like slowly farming up, feeling each other out right now, trying to see where we're at. Laugh Wizard wants to try to make plays, but is just not doing a ton to help push advantages just yet.
Now, this is where Mordekaiser gets really oppressive. When he can push you away from the minions, he's not going to take that aggro, and Bear is shoved once again out of the lane. Kiroro knocks up Laugh Wizard, but now Calavir might be the target. The slow is there from the 90 caliber net. They get a slow from the Zephyr. Do they have enough damage? The shield from Melio comes in, and that's the knockback we were talking about. Calavir pumping out the damage, but Kodo Draco is taking his own little bit. Death is here. Calavir hasn't flashed. That's the flash out of Elijah. Laugh Wizard is getting really low. Death unable to secure that kill. Everyone is so low, admin, and Calavir gets the kill on the bottom side. Calavir might be in some trouble. 90 caliber net will keep him safe, and that was nail biting for like 40 seconds.
Gold is still dead even 5 minutes in. Team Unknown is up by 1 kill. First blood gold is doing a lot of work for the Fall Guys here to keep them even. So we got a lot of gold going for the Fall Guys in the top lane, with some balanced gold going to Team Unknown in the bot lane. Mid lane is Veigar is up on farm a little bit, but they're just happily farming away. However, Veigar is a little bit strong. Oh my goodness, somebody died in the top lane in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that Death Realm, he got too close.
I'm trying to give a Veigar fact and getting interrupted. What's happening? Veigar is strong. Yeah, Veigar would be stronger here because specifically that he gets ability power for every minion kill that he gets with that Q. So that's an extra ability power he got with that Q, and he gets stronger that way. And then every ability that hits a champion, another ability power permanently. So being ahead in farm usually means he is also up ahead in his damage as well. And so he's very happy to see this mid lane, not a whole lot happen, and just slowly build up to when he's going to start making big plays when it comes down to later down the line.
So is that the Caster Curse version 2, where you want to talk about something but you can't because too much is happening?
Yes.
All right, here's a fight over the Void Grubs. It looks like they all went to Team Unknown. Kodo Draco might die for this, though. He isn't able to get to the wall. He doesn't go through, but meanwhile on the top side, East Phantom takes 2 turret shots. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking like single-digit health there.
Yes. Single-digit health on that for sure. Like
I didn't even see a bar.
Yeah, they healed as much as he needed, I guess, in between the 2 shots. Laugh Wizard wants the kill.
That is the fear onto Death. He's going to get out with the shuffle. Very well done.
Getting out of the Event Horizon. If you failed that, he was going to die.
Absolutely. And that's what's so cool about Veigar as a champion, is you have so much damage and you also have so many ways to lock them down. Speaking of lockdown, that's the exhaust down onto Calavir, flash forward into the kick. Calavir goes down to the ultimate.
Yeah, being a little bit too far forward, trying to get that extra headshot damage, and the slows and knockups from Melio were a little too much. He did that a little bit more often than I expected.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. And when you look at how far your targets are affected by that kick, it's actually crazy.
Yeah. And like if they're trying to run up, you can just knock them to the side. And they're slowed.
So
and it heals
now,
you. I don't think it heals you, but
doesn't
he's
heal
got a lot of healing.
So this is going to be the big fight. There is no flash. Oh my gosh.
A lot of damage.
Quite a lot of damage.
He doesn't have a lot of tank stats just yet.
No, and this is going to be Team Unknown taking the Drake away from the Fall Guys. This is one of the avenues that you take to get back in the game, and I think they did that really well.
Looks like we're going with a lethality build on this Caitlyn, which is why that's doing so much. A BF sword with a Dirk so early.
Well, that's the new recipe for the
in.
collector.
Ooh.
So it's actually a crit item, which is super silly to me.
Yeah. All right. Mordekaiser, East Phantom doing a lot of work to just keep Bear under control. Look at this farm difference. 69, nice, to 26.
Never gets old. There we go. Bear.
As I was going, it was unintentional. It worked out.
Oh my gosh, the single target damage from that mace is so high. And, you know, poor Bear just has nothing he can do. Flash forward from the Mordekaiser. East Phantom takes a couple turret shots, loses the
didn't
flash.
quite have the cooldown for the Q to land that, to hit that as soon as he wanted it. The Bear walks away.
You gotta feel really bad if you're Bear here because
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
close.
like, I don't know about going in on this. Oh, it's because you have a friend coming, but it was too
a little
late.
bit early. Stunned up against the wall, just outside of turret range, but this Mordekaiser doesn't take a whole lot of damage. I stand corrected as Kodo Draco takes him down.
Caster cursed again.
Again, big knockups there coming out of Kiroro. Manages to get yet another ward down, but Kabzi says, nah, bro, you don't get to keep that. Death dodges out the event horizon. Death dealing damage there with the soldiers, but he knows not to go in because he does not know where Laugh Wizard is. Narrowly avoiding that.
Yeah, if you don't see the jungler, especially if they've got some mobility like the Hecarim, play it safe. Don't go in. You can get baby caged and then dead.
This is also one of those instances. That was what we were talking about. Unstoppable in the onslaught of shadows means Laugh Wizard goes right through that monsoon and takes down Calavir.
Now we're getting into a really solid early lead, almost 2,000 gold ahead, 11.5 minutes in. But another set of Void Grubs, Team Unknown is wanting it.
Death gets the kill onto Lock and Load. It is now a 3v2 up on the top side. Death might be in some trouble. He has to back away. Flashes over the wall, meaning Hecarim cannot follow him. Now Bear is the target. He's going to have to get away from the Mordekaiser up on the top side. East Phantom chasing, but it's not... Death made it out!
Just in time.
Oh man. That was so close. But now, 2v1 again. No, 1v3. Laugh Wizard is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have ultimate, which means that he is going to get hit with all of these spells. They get the Void Grubs. They get the kills. Event Horizon comes down. That's going to be a stun onto Death, but Lock and Load realizes he is outnumbered. That's a slow there from the Conquering Sands, dealing all the damage. Knockup does not land, and Kiroro is alive for now. That's a knockup that's into the wall, and Death gets the kill onto East Phantom too. And Team Unknown are right back in. Ultimate from the Caitlyn. Calavir is close enough to be impacting this fight. Jump in with the Shifting Sands, and Calavir gets the kill. That's the ultimate from the Skarner, and they almost take down Kabzi as well. Big swing for Team Unknown.
Gold is now equalized, but the Grubs and Dragon are on the side of Team Unknown, so they're going to start trying to push that advantage. We're going to start seeing turrets go down pretty quickly as the next objective.
Absolutely. Bear needs to get out. He's taken a lot of damage from those minions. Built only magic resistance to fight the Mordekaiser, so he takes a lot of damage from the minions. And this is what we were talking about. There's already a plate down. Void Grub's doing a lot of work. That's 2 full plates for Death.
We got 40 seconds left on these plates now, so getting what he can before they go down.
Let's take stock of the plates here. That's going to be a 2, maybe 3 on the top side for Fall Guys. 5 are left on their own turret. Bottom lane looks like 4 and... Oh, wow.
2.
Actually,
yeah.
Quite a lot of plate gold going over to the Fall Guys.
Yeah, so those early kills where the gold got equalized because of a lot of shutdown gold going back. East Phantom went a little bit too hard on the trying to get the flank against Team Unknown in the last fight and didn't turn out well. Almost got the kill on Bear, but got locked down. Meanwhile, a lot of damage Bear is putting back down on East Phantom out all of a sudden.
Yeah. Once Orange starts getting stuff, he is a very powerful champion. They go into the death realm. Bear is in some trouble now. He's going to get right on the edge of it, try and survive. He only needs to last for 1 more second. He goes unstoppable. He is alive, but East Phantom takes him down. Now we have our fight over the Drake. Death is in the wings. He's ready. That's the jump onto Kiroro. The ultimate does not do quite enough. Skarner gets the ultimate on 2. That's the first kill for the side of Team Unknown. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far, but the dragon is on the side of Team Unknown as they still have the smite. Kiroro is in some trouble, gets stunned, gets knocked up. That's going to be the dragon for Team Unknown. Flash! But it is enough damage. They get the kill onto Kiroro. Now they're going on to Calavir. Stun against the wall. Kodo Draco trying to get the kill onto Elijah. He does. Calavir is too close. He's going to take huge amounts of damage. Flashes away. Does not die. Kodo Draco through the wall and disengages.
Kodo Draco, smelling blood in the water, just stayed on the Kog'Maw. I thought he was going to go down for it. I was wrong.
Now, Skarner's a scorpion, not a shark. So, is that what Skarner actually is? Is he's a scorpion shark? And should we ever talk about that again?
We should just move on from it, I think.
Okay, I agree, because that's terrifying.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about that because Rek'Sai is the sand shark. Anyway.
That's true. That's true. But like you've been talking about, our gold is still relatively even. We're only about 1,500 gold separating with 1 kill.
Yeah.
More on scorpion sharks later. No. No more on scorpion sharks. That's terrifying. But when you compare the stats from these two drakes and their value in gold, I haven't been able to calculate that quite so effectively. I used to know the math back before they made all the changes and added the other two, but what I do know about math is 1v3 usually means the 3 win. But no knock up there onto Elijah. He goes up against the wall. Kiroro's in some trouble. No flash, but he has to have that shield, otherwise he's gonna die. Oh
no! The shield doesn't come up in time. Now we're back in the top lane with Bear and East Phantom going at it again.
Now, Bear will eventually be able to take more than half of a trade, but you gotta be patient if you're Bear. You don't win those fights. Mordekaiser's E is just so strong with all that magic penetration natively. But we have a fight in the mid lane, and that's more important. Kodo Draco is going to go through the wall here. Makes it out alive. Death on his back. Bear gets the knockup, but is pulled back. That's the Death Drum. He flashes away. Mordekaiser's underneath the turret, so East Phantom does not want to go in. Oh, he flashes forward to get the Q. Or an ultimate. Call of the Foregone is there, and he gets the kill! Bear manages to make it work, but Lock and Load gets the kill on Death in the mid lane. Kiroro locks and loads him as well. Death all around. 12-12 our kill score now.
Like, the Bear doesn't even have a full item and was able to just barely pull that off. And it was somewhat patient play. We could have had a little bit more patience from Bear to be a little bit more decisive, but still very well played from Bear to get that kill. And they're going to start feeling that because having 5 kills to 1 kill, or 5 kills to 0 kills at the time, now he's going to start swinging that back. Has finished his first full item, and look at that, roaming around trying to get some more plays.
It's Hollow Radiance as well. I think that's one of the funnest new additions to the game. The burn with the magic resistance is just so good for me as a tank player, and I love rushing it.
Yeah. Team Unknown picks up the Rift Herald and has been doing a good job. He's picked up all the grubs and all the dragons so far.
Teleport coming in here for Death. He manages to dodge a gank with it. I don't know if that was the intent or if it was to cover Bear, but
it worked out. East Phantom teleport also almost got stopped by Kodo Draco, so he barely gets out as well.
And somewhere on the map in the middle, I'm guessing, Lock and Load gets the kill onto Calavir. No rest for the Observer this game. Actually, ever. All right, let's see where the positioning is. Death does dodge out the grab. He is going to make it out alive. Red team summons the Rift Herald up on the top side. Team Unknown is going to take a turret because they lost their mid turret to Lock and Load. Here comes the next fight. Bear and Death underneath their turret. Death gets a nice throw there with the Emperor's Divide. It is a 1-for-1 on the bottom side as Elijah gets the kill onto Bear.
Very well played. Emperor's Divide to also pick up the kill in there, but Elijah's still looking for a kill.
Death is getting healed by the Janna ultimate. The Monsoon was huge, but East Phantom takes him down. he will be shut down by Kiroro, which isn't the best choice, but hey, look on the top side. That is Kodo Draco taking yet another turret. Kiroro needs to get that shield up. He might die again. Okay, half his health. Calaver picks up that kill. He's chasing down the Melio. He's got damage. Caliber Net should be up in the next few seconds. So there is no turret here. And the ultimate will secure it. Ace in the hole will pick that one up. Kiroro is here as well. And I want to say there was a teleport interrupted. No, it went through. There's Loco. Okay. Lock and load did make it down there. Now, Kiroro is low, but Kodo Draco is here. Calavir might be in some trouble. Dodges out most of it. In goes Kodo Draco. He gets the stun, gets knocked back out by Laugh Wizard. And now, oh, that ultimate was huge. Knock up into knock up. 2 kills there. Calavir now on a killing spree, and Team Unknown get a massive play for the Drake.
East Phantom wanting to seeing if he can make a hero play here.
I don't see how you can. He has no flash. If he goes in, he's going to die. Beautiful knock up into knock up there from Bear. The slow in from Kiroro. They're crowd controlling really well, but now they need to turn their attention onto Elijah. He has joined the fight. Kodo Draco is going to be the next target. He has to jump out. In comes Death. Really, really close. He's dealing the damage he can. That won't be the stun onto East Phantom, but he gets killed either way. Kodo Draco now on a rampage with the Skarner.
Very controlled play to go from like a 2k deficit. Now gold, they're 300 gold ahead, but got the dragon as well. So the big strength Team Unknown has been having is controlling these neutral objectives. Even though they went down on turrets for a little bit, now they're only down 1, and they're looking really strong going into every single fight.
Void Grubs plus Azir means they take down a turret. Kodo Draco's going to run away from the Kog'Maw. You've got Calavir and Kiroro here. Big damage out of the Caitlyn there. Shield fully absorbed that one. I think she dealt like 150 damage. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 1 to 200 damage. Brizabelle is having a blast in the chat here.
Death dodging death.
Beautiful game, just like we like to see them in the PLC. 16 and 19 gives us 35 kills in 22 minutes. I broke rule number 3 again. Forgive me.
You didn't do a ton of math. It was just adding all the kills together.
It's hard. I don't like the teams. I don't like adding teams. Death finds one member of the Fall Guys. Ooh, that was actually a really nice placed claw there. Stun against the wall with an Azir doing all that work. He's just going to go over the wall.
Yes.
Flash over. Oh my gosh. Well, back over the wall. That was the bounce house, as our friend Billy Harold likes to say. And that's a kill. Kodo Draco is unstoppable. Played really well by Death there.
Wait, what? No, he doesn't have QSS or cleanse. Didn't he try to put him into the Death Realm? What happened?
He got him in the Death Realm. It's hard to tell on our screen that they are.
Yeah.
But it is on cooldown. He made it, but he jumped over the wall, and then East Phantom flashed over and started fighting him again, but got Emperor divided over the wall again. It was quite the play.
Good moves from Death with that Emperor's Divide. Just putting him all over the place.
What's terrifying, if you're a Team Unknown fan, is just how strong the Mordekaiser was in that fight. Regardless of him losing it or not, he almost killed Death. And that's terrifying.
Yeah, playing very carefully around this very strong Mordekaiser. He may be 6 and 7 right now, but it wasn't long ago he was like 6 and 3. He has a lot of gold on him, and it's just some of these plays just haven't quite worked out in his favor.
I would like to draw your attention back, I want to say 3 months ago when we had our tournament. It was Volpine Fury playing the Mordekaiser that literally 1v4'd 3 times in a row to save the game for an extra 15 minutes. So the longer we go, exceptional. The longer we go, especially with that Riftmaker and Conqueror stacking with the passive and the shielding that Mordekaiser has, he will become nearly impossible to kill. And if they burst down the Caitlyn, I just do not... Or I guess Azir is the other way you can get it through. He has a lot of
Azir's been
damage
doing
per
some
second.
pretty good damage onto Mordekaiser.
You're right. I am definitely wrong about that. But then if you burst out the Azir, it has to be Caitlyn. I don't know if this is where you want to fight. Yeah. Yeah, East Phantom, I don't think that was where you wanted to fight. He dodges out the claw, gets the shield, but it is not enough, and Death takes up that one.
Yep, well, like as we were saying, the death on the Azir is putting out a lot of damage for this Mordekaiser.
We count that as a
Mordekaiser,
cap-
I think, is now East Phantom is thinking he's a little stronger than he, or he's not as strong as he thinks he is, and it's coming back to bite him in each of these engagements.
Teleport is coming in. That is going to be all 5 members of Team Unknown up on the side of the Baron. Death is going to join his team, and they're going to try it. They're going to start it. Mordekaiser is dead now for the next 11 seconds. Laugh Wizard has his ultimate and Ghost, so he could come in very quickly and try and take this steal.
You know, I think it's more East Phantom is as strong as he thinks he is, but the enemies aren't as weak as he thinks they are. That might be the big thing that's happening.
I'll give you that. It looks like the Fall Guys are congregating on around the bot side to try and take the dragon, but there's a Baroned up mid lane right there.
Yeah,
Team Unknown are
it's like
5
you have to
members.
take soul point or save the game. What's the point?
I'll give you that. I forgot it was soul point, so they are going to do that. Calavir on a rampage. They're going to lose their inhibitor.
Yeah, they have to try to get back in time, and it's not gonna be fast enough. But yep, like they had to try to stop Soul. If they tried to like defend it against it, like cool, we'll just rotate to Dragon. So
That was a good stun. In goes the Hecarim. They already have one down. That's a 1-for-1 so far. Bear gets a great knock-up. He gets stunned by the Event Horizon, but that Veigar deals 0 damage to him. A exhaust down onto Death. Calavir's doing a lot of damage. He jumps forward, and he goes down. A misposition from Calavir. Beautiful Event Horizon. That's a double kill for Lock and Load. And I think that Team Unknown played that very poorly.
and not quite able to end the game as they wanted to there. So, yeah, the fact they're not out of the base already. Save those Baron buffs so you can just go in again. There's not another objective coming up for a while.
There's a flash forward from Elijah, and Bear is going to go down. Yeah, I think that was a very poor decision. You take the inhibitor and you walk away.
That overextending is very easy to do. Take your objective, and usually, unless you're for sure done, just reset. Use that extra gold you got from the kills in the towers, and come back and just beat them down again.
One of the biggest traps in League of Legends is the extra stats with a Baron buff and the allure of a 4v5, because they had just killed Mordekaiser. They had just killed Mordekaiser. It was definitely a 4v5, and they had the Baron. It is a trap every single time, my friends. Those of you watching at home, remember, get what you need and get out, because kills do not win League of Legends games.
The Nexus does.
Exactly. But
All right.
regardless of that, we are happy. This is a great game, admin.
Yes.
2,000 gold, the lead for Team Unknown. Only 3 kills. They are on Soul Point. They just got a huge Baron push, took an inhibitor, and Kodo Draco should be the only one left with a Baron buff. Let's see what they can do with this. The pressure is coming out of Calavir on the top side with Death in the wings. I think they're looking for another big push. Kodo Draco on the front lines. He's in a 1v3 right now. Can't be slowed. He just got caught. Event Horizon doing a lot of damage here. Teleport coming in from Bear. He has his ultimate ready. Death is putting up the Sun Disc. They pull Bear in. He isn't able to even cast a spell. Event Horizon keeps Kiroro out of the fight. Calavir is out in the wings as well. Now Death trying to push the turret. He gets it, and he's going to get another inhibitor.
He's like, while you all deal with that, I'm just going to take
He's gonna
this.
ult everyone away and take it. Oh my gosh, he made it out almost! Okay, he's gonna get pulled in. He has no escapes at this point. But that right there, that level of thinking, that's 4D chess there, my friends.
Yes. Oh, the goal is even still, but having so many inhibitors down is really going to hurt the Fall Guys here. Now there's only one place that Team Unknown needs to focus on, and that's just group up in the bot lane. You just let the super minions pull people away because
Now-
they have to be answered. A single inhibitor unanswered will end a game, and you have to respect that.
Let's talk about the genius of taking the top turret so that you can focus on the bot side. That's where the dragon is.
Yes.
You're on Soul Point. Team Unknown has no business being anywhere north of the river or
Yes.
west of mid lane. This bottom half of the map is the only place they should be for the next 4 minutes.
Yes, it was intentional to take the top inhibitor instead of the bottom one because you're putting your team in the best possible location for the next major objective. Oh my
like
goodness!
that. That's the headshot damage we were talking about. And look at this. Even the fear. Monsoon is going to keep Calavera alive for just a little bit longer. Death is going to slow down East Phantom. Kodo Draco is here now. Kabzi has to flash. Death Realm onto Calavera. He flashes over the wall. East Phantom's going to manage to get that one. He's on a rampage, but Azir is dealing huge amounts of damage on the backside. Gets that huge ultimate from Skarner. Jump over the wall. Double kill. Laugh goes down. Lock and load is walking away, and that's a triple kill for Death. Event Horizon gonna try and get something out of this. Lock and load has to be really careful. There are many tools from Team Unknown to get him underneath the turret, and we can see the pings on the map. Those mega waves are on their way.
Yes, we got 2 super minions in that top lane going in at the same time. It has to be answered. The best option, even though it's still bad, is to go back and answer that and give away the dragon.
So that will be Soul Point for Team Unknown. Bear is
Right
pushing
as
the
Baron's
bottom
coming up.
side. Baron is respawning right now. We saw him in the river, and that's Soul.
That's interesting. The little Baron icon was showing up on the mini map as well as he was moving through the river.
I like that.
Cool. Anyway, so yeah, if you take Baron, you can split 1-1-3 and just Baron up the waves, and then as soon as you just play it safe, and as soon as that turret goes down, because it will go down in that, you just end the game. That's how you do it the most controlled way possible, but they've already won a fight before. They can do it again.
So you need to be really careful. We're at the 30-minute mark, or 32 minutes, I should say. And if we can get our items up here, let's compare those, because that's 3 completed on the Mordekaiser. That's 2.5 completed on the Horn. We have a
Death
fight
Realm.
here. Kiroro got taken into the Death Realm. He dodges out the pole, and he's still alive for now. He gets feared, and he is dead. But now the re-engage comes in. Calavera wasn't there for any of that, so here comes the damage. Huge crit! Takes him down, but Lock and Load one-shots him. Super effective damage there. Elijah on the backside doing the damage onto the Ornn. He goes down. Death is now all alone, and this is what we were talking about. You have to be really careful because Kiroro got caught.
Yeah, and this is late enough in the game where if that was a full kill, they might have been able to completely turn it around. But we have super minions on the Nexus turrets in the Fall Guys base. They're gonna take the Baron and try to get out in time. Is Cubsy gonna go down? Not quite. But they are able to take Baron Nashor and go back. East Phantom is able to save the Nexus turret.
This right here is super tense. I am losing my mind, admin. I love games that are this close. 28-28, 3,000 gold. Soul is up, or rather, it has already been taken. This is the second Baron of the game. We're getting really close to danger zones with death timers, with end game buffs, and we're getting closer and closer to full builds. Team Unknown was pushed up too far without Calavera, and Kiroro got caught, nearly costing the game.
The next thing to come up is the Elder Dragon out of the neutral objectives, and so we're set up in the same way where there is the one lane that Team Unknown wants to push. However, the inhibitors are back up. They need to reset those if they want to have that strong advantage. They want to force the Fall Guys into a jungle fight that didn't favor them like they did earlier. The Fall Guys have a little bit more breathing room to help try to dictate the fights they want.
Exactly. And with the added power of the Baron buff, they don't have to push quite as hard on those super waves, which are gone now. Inhibitors have both respawned, and that means there is no more map pressure for Team Unknown.
Yeah. An early ultimate from Calavera, try to put a little bit of damage on, because if that hits the Kog'Maw, you just go in. They're going in anyway.
Bear wants to start the fight. It's going to get the knock-up on the other side. Huge damage there with Kodo Draco's ultimate. They're trying to burst down Elijah, but it's not enough. There was not enough damage. Elijah makes it out alive, and they are going to ransack Team Unknown's plans. And meanwhile, on the bottom side, Lock and Load has pushed into the base. He's got the Baron minions. He's going to take down the first Nexus turret. This is the end of the game, Admin.
This is the win! Out of nowhere! From the jaws of defeat has victory been sprung. It is the Fall Guys taking the first game in this best of 3.